Hello, everyone. It's good to see everyone. Good to see you, Fox, Uslims, J-Palm, the biggest Randy I know, Demeet, and Sammy. Son, how are you doing today? Thank you for the awkward wave and the hydrate. Are we ready to disco? Are we ready to be back in the world of Disco Elysium? It feels like I've been gone forever. With the turtleneck? Thanks. I always feel like, so I wear a lot of turtlenecks of varying lengths of the turtle part. I guess it would be the neck part, wouldn't it? Ooh, and an outfit check. So I wear varying, like, I'm always like debating turtlenecks because I feel like they make my head look weird because it makes it just look like I'm a floating head or like I'm a bulky head. And I don't have a bulky head, but I always just feel like turtlenecks make me look kind of like... how many turtles were harmed? Oh, we don't have to talk about that. Well, let me show you the outfit check for Semi. Yeah, I'm wearing a hat today. Let me make sure I'm decent. This is an experimental outfit, so I don't know if this is a good outfit. Beret. I can never wear this I never wear this jacket, this blazer. Because it's just kind of like a strange... It's like a very... How do you say it? Strong blazer? Statement. It's like a statement, this blazer. You know? My head is perfectly proportioned. No matter what anyone else said. Well, thank you. Thank you. I have a deceptively small face, actually. But yeah, Sammy is very much the expert. I believe this. But I have found through like varying components of my life, I have a deceptively small face. I have a big head, but a deceptively small face. Which is really problematic. From Hokkaido? Yeah, not Hokkaido. Not yet been to Hokkaido. But from north, I did go north. I went to a region called Tohoku. Gothic Lolita, lingerie librarian who's like, well, that's a vibe. I guess that's a vibe. But is it the vibe I want, is the question. It sounds just like the vibe I want. Yeah, big old brain. Although when I went to the nail salon, like ages ago, the girls who were doing my nails, they were like complimenting me on how small my head was. They were like, oh, you have such a small head. And I was like, I don't. But apparently that's like a very desirable thing in China. According to them, they were like, oh, in China this is like a beauty standard is to have like a small head. Which again, I don't have, but I have a small face. So, because hats and things, I always need like big hats. But then they look ridiculous because my face is so small. Is it Japan too? Does Japan also like hold this as like a beauty standard? I did decide on how much to pack and I was like just right. I was perfect. Because there were some people, there was like probably like half the... I have so much to say about this trip too. It was a real learning moment for Rusalka. Sane! Hey, it's my favorite little kitty cat streamer. It's Sane UK. Oh my god, it's a pleasure to see you, Sane. Let me close a tab. Oh, I love, okay, everyone, if you don't know Sane, I don't know what's wrong with you, and I haven't done my job appropriately. But hello, Dias Allure. You all need to check out Sane. Sane is so committed. Like, I'm the worst because, like, I had all these goals and I think I haven't fulfilled all the goals I had in my, like, 1,000 followers celebration. I still owe everyone, like, a drawing. Sane commits. Sane commits to these things. Is still doing kitty cat Sane. Sane puts chat as #1. I don't. I put Rusalka #1. As much as it may not seem like that most of the time. But yeah, I mean, go see Sane. Sane, how are you? How are you? Or do you need to go to bed? It's kind of late for you, Sane. Isn't it kind of late for you? Isn't it like 2 a.m. for you? 1 a.m. for you or something? No, 6 a.m.? 6 a.m. Sane, did you stay up all night playing video games? You beat it though. Yeah, this is good. To meet at 6 a.m. for you too. What the hell? And for US folk, what the fuck? Yeah. Okay, everyone's up late. I need to just need to like. I guess I've never put that together. That it's like 6 a.m. is how late you're staying up. You go to sleep at 11 a.m. I mean, saying you do you, but for me that's like. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. But thank you for the raid. I'm doing the worst job at introducing myself. But I'm Rusalka, variety streamer. We just started. No worries. Dias alert. Yeah, raiders, if you need to lurk, go to sleep, drink some water, eat some food, do whatever you need to do. Yeah. If you have to go to work, go do what you need to do. But yeah, feel free to lurk. Feel free to close the tab if you're like, I don't like this girl. That's fine too. I won't be offended. I'll be a little bit sad, but I won't know, so it's okay. Yeah, it's like 3:11 p.m. for me, so very, very normal time for me. But yeah, I don't like that. If you don't like this girl, I was talking about how I've been told I have a small face. I mean, I know I have a small face because I know from glasses, frame pieces. It's the precipice of midnight for you, Uslams. Goodness sakes, everyone. You're in Brazil. Wow. So you're up late too. You have to be up late as well then. Like midnight, 1 a.m. somewhere in there. Maybe 2 a.m. I can't remember with like daylight savings and stuff. But 3 a.m. Fuck. Man, you guys are crazy. I mean, happy to have you here, but like I cannot stay up very late. If I don't get like 5 hours of sleep, I'm miserable, which is part of I went on this trip, so I'm back from a trip. This trip was like part of like a tour that I was on for like a scholarship. And this tour, I kid you not, it was like every day we had like a 7 a.m. call time and then we would go to 10 p.m. at night every day of this. I'm like 840 years old or whatever. So like that sort of schedule, I was like dead by the end of it. Cause I also need like an hour to like chill after like, I need at least an hour to like wind down before bed. I'm not somebody where I can just come home and then like immediately fall asleep. So like when I'm coming home at 10 p.m., it's like 11:30 midnight by the time I actually like get to bed. And then to have to be like up, ready to go, breakfast eaten, like everything ready at like 7 a.m. for me. So it's like I would have to wake up at like 5:30 a.m. because I shower and I'm a girl. I don't know. It takes me like an hour and a half to get ready. So yeah, it was just like every day I was just like losing it. Did I murder which guy? Wait, the one where I wrecked a man's week? Which one? Where do you wish you'd grown up? Yeah, the question of the day is where do you wish you'd grown up? Exactly 12 hours apart. I never put that together. That's pretty nice. Look, sometimes there's multiple men in a week that you like maybe murder. I don't know. Finished high school this year. Well, congratulations. I'm like ancient. I can't even remember high school. That was hundreds of years ago. But yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot about that. The guy who shoved me. Yeah, that was. I feel a little bad about that, but like I don't actually feel that bad about it. Oh, I have my electric blanket right now too, so I'm like I'm doing pretty well. I'm nice and toasty right now. How about you, J Palms? Are you staying nice and toasty as well? Everyone get your blankets, get cozy. Unless you're in like some place where it's ungodly hot right now, then you know, whatever. You wish you grew up 7 inches to your mind. What? No, I bet that's not the last joke. I bet that's not the last old joke. Yeah, we're full winter here. Although it's supposed to get a little bit warmer this week, I think. Starting tomorrow, I think. Like last week, the temperatures plummeted on like Wednesday, which was right when I headed up north, so it got even colder for me. And then this week, I think tomorrow, Wednesday, it's supposed to get a little bit warmer again. But honestly, I like these temperatures. I think these are like decent temperatures. When it gets a bit colder than this, though, that's when you guys start yelling at me because you get to see my breath while I'm streaming. Because I don't always turn on my heater because, you know, electricity is expensive. Minus 19. Yeah, if it's minus 19, I'll turn on my heater. Minus 19 Celsius or Fahrenheit. Both are very cold, but yeah, I'm older than Sane. I'm like ancient. Eldritch God level of age here. I'm like the K-pop Eldritch God today. But January 11th we start screaming, but for different reasons. That's true. Oh, Celsius. That's even... Oof. Sammy, stay indoors. Stay indoors. They should hand out toothpicks when you get popcorn at the theater. Are you eating popcorn right now, Fox? What are you doing? Yeah, so a man... I did promise chat that I was going to tell this story, so sorry I'm like rambling quite a bit. These are how my streams go, by the way. Especially lately, because I've been out of town. I've only been getting to stream like very sporadically. We're going to be back on schedule here though. No more travels for Ruru for a bit. Thank God. But the last couple weeks have been kind of crazy for me. So I haven't been streaming very consistently. So I feel like every time I stream, I end up just talking a lot because I have like... First of all, I've like missed human interaction at a native English level. But secondly, I just like have so much to talk about, I feel like. And I miss chat. Yeah, I was gonna say, Sane's also, you're like me. We're both chatty. If we did a stream together, Sane, we get nothing accomplished because we would both be chatting so much. But yeah, so popcorn is delightful though. I was on a train on Saturday, going out, and I was going to Harajuku, which, even if you don't know Japan, if you don't know Tokyo, you might have heard of Harajuku, because it's like a popular location. It's very like trendy with the kids. It's where, like, when you think of like Lolita fashion and like anime, not necessarily anime, because there's other, Akihabara is probably better for that. But anyway, it's like a very like trendy spot with the young people for sure, but especially foreigners. Like foreigners also really enjoy it. Is there a Gwen Stefani song about with Harajuku? But yeah, it's a place in Tokyo that's like kind of popular. I don't ever go there because it's popular, but anyway, I was going there to go to a craft beer bar, so I was going there for kind of not the normal reasons people go to Harajuku, but it's fine. But so the trains are like really crowded. It's a Saturday night. It's crowded, like people are like pressed up against each other, because it's Tokyo, you know, subways. And I was wearing I just want to get a full image here. So I was wearing some boots, some like knee-high boots that had a little bit of heel. And anyone who's new here, I'm tall to begin with. I'm like 5'10", 176 centimeters or so. So when I wear these, I'm like easily 6 foot, like in these heels. So I'm like tall. But I was wearing a little dress and I had a bow in my hair. So, you know, looking like feminine, cute girl or whatever, but just tall. I mean, I think it was like a 2-inch heel or something. I don't wear like very tall heels because I'm already tall enough usually. But anyway, so I just to get the picture, yeah, I had the bow and everything, but I'm on this train and it's crowded. So we get to Harajuku and like the train's coming to a stop and the doors are opening in front of me, and I'm like in front of the doors, but I'm maybe like four people back, 5 people back, and there's people behind me. Before the doors even fully like open, before it's like doing the chime, it hasn't even opened yet. This guy behind me, who is, even if I wasn't wearing the boots, he was very small. He was a very small man. He was very short. He starts like trying to shove past me, like, and no one's moving because the fucking doors aren't open. He tries to just, and so he's just like tries to push me out of the way so that he can go first. And I don't know what got into me, but I was not happy about some man shoving me like from behind to try to shove me out of the way. And here's the thing. Yeah, kind of like an anime main character, probably. I may not look it, but like I've done a lot of sports in my life. I've done Krav Maga. I do boxing now, but I've played basketball, like softball, like I'm an athletic person. And so I may not be that physically big or anything like this, but I know how to utilize what I have. And I think also that people don't expect me to like, I don't think this man expected this like anime girl, whatever. It didn't look like an anime girl, but I don't think he expected this girl with like a bow in her hair to like put up any sort of resistance. But anyway, right when he tried to push me, I essentially just like, I don't know how to even like describe it, because he just pushed me and I just went and just did a very quick jerk with my shoulder back and pushed his entire body backwards. And I kind of like looked over my shoulder slightly, like just kind of gave him a sort of like, but didn't turn around fully because I didn't care to look this man in the eye. If he wanted to address me, I was waiting for him. But he essentially just like dead stopped. Like he just was like, and then he just kind of like stood there and waited with the rest of us. And then we all just like walked off and I just like, what the? So I didn't do anything, but yeah, but I could tell from his reaction, he was just like, oh shit. But yeah, thank you for the follow, Carbunker. I feel like, so here's the thing though, is I do, in retrospect, I feel kind of bad because I had that reaction because that was just my natural reaction. I don't like people trying to push me around. Thank you for the follow, Ninguem Importante Mesmo. I probably did not say that close to right. Tommy, thank you for the lurk. Appreciate it as always. So yeah, probably a little rugrat. Mesmo, okay, I was gonna ask if you have a nickname you go by. Mesmo's good. I will try my best, Tommy. You have an amazing lurk. But I feel bad because that's like my first reaction was to basically like resist and push this guy back. Yeah, I know. Me telling a story about how I don't like to like let people try to like shove me around on a train gets all the follows, but I'm okay with that. What I feel kind of bad about is like, I don't know where this man was coming from. I don't know. Maybe he was like a special needs person or somebody, like, I don't know, because I didn't really turn around to look at him. I didn't assess the situation. So he could have also been like, I don't know, he wasn't tripping because he was actively pushing or something. But a part of me is like, I can't just like instinctively react in this sort of way because I don't know the full situation. But at the same time, that's like, you're kind of taught in like Krav Maga and these like self-defense things that you don't always have time to like, if you feel threatened, you just act, you know? And I did feel a little threatened because he was shoving me out of the way and I was like, bro, there's nowhere to go. So I just kind of was like, whatever. But yeah, basically his response, I think from his response, I could tell that I definitely wrecked his day. I don't know if he was by himself or if he was with friends, but if he was with friends, they probably were like, oh shit, dude. Son, you go get some rest. Son, have a good night. Son, dad, go get some sleep. Yeah, it's instinct. So I don't feel like terrible about it, but a part of me is like, I felt good about doing it, and I think that's where I probably should have been like, you maybe shouldn't feel good about it, Rusaka. Like, maybe you should be like, okay, it happened. Whatever. But a part of me was like, hell yeah, I put that man in this place. But yeah, I think that's a part of it too, is I'm a big fan of etiquette. And I don't like people who try to like break the rules or try to like, I think the rules don't apply to them. So I think a little bit of that is also like, if he had said like, oh, excuse me, like or something, but he didn't say anything. And like I said, the doors weren't even open. So there was nowhere for anyone to even move. So for him to just like actively try to shove me, I immediately was like, fuck off. But I've also told stories about people who tried to shove their way on the train, and I actively like didn't give way for them. Because that's more of my like etiquette of being like, no, you wait for the next train like anyone else would. You don't get to shove past everyone and try to push yourself in. Unless, if you need to go to the hospital, ambulance rides are free in Japan. So hey Millie, good morning. Maybe he was just trying to shake me. No, this was not like a gentle get my attention. This was a get out of my way, girl, sort of push. Let me get Neko-san for you. Right, yeah, I was gonna say like a little excuse me or signal or something. But he didn't even say sorry, like, after it happened. So part of me was like, no, I think this guy was just trying to force his way past a bunch of girls, because it was mostly women in front of me too. So I think a part of me was like, this guy just thinks he can shove past all of us. My headset looks so comfortable. This one? It's my normal. I'm wearing a beret though today. A little bit different. Trying something new. Trying to be a little stylish today. That is true, especially they're different for different people. That's true. People are always dealing with their own shit. That's the thing, is like, I think in my defense, it's like if I feel threatened, I have the right to like kind of stand my ground. So, and that was just honestly at first it was instinct. Like when somebody was like trying to like shove me actively, my basketball instincts set in, and I was like, no, dude, I've got nowhere to go, and you don't need to push off, like, because the doors aren't even fucking open. So I think that was kind of like instincts kicked in on that part. But yeah, we got Neko-san though. Neko-san's here to chill everyone out though. I planted the pivot foot. I genuinely did. Look, I'm actually, I can set pics, like, I can set pics and screens, like, pretty decently. I can box out really well, too. I was always very high on the rebounding. I mean, now I'm old and probably can't do it as well anymore, but that was always, like, my highest stat when I played, was my rebounding. For what it's worth. Whoa, you bought your wife a taser and a pistol? Jesus. Yeah, use your eldritch powers. Yeah, I know, right? Feeling safe is a big thing. That's one of the reasons why I started doing Krav Maga. Part of it was because I was in kind of a point in my life where I needed to do like something physical. Like I just needed to get out of a rut. But I always wanted to learn better self-defense. I had taken like some like random courses here and there, but I like really wanted to learn like proper self-defense. And Krav Maga like looked the best for what it was. And I'm very happy I did it, because I really do think it helped me a lot. But it also teaches you a lot of lessons, like never be overconfident. like, you know, because that can also get you into trouble. So I think overall it was a good experience. Playing against a defensive Rus must be like visiting Rio in Brazil. I don't no offense, if I'm gonna go to Brazil, I want to go to somewhere not Rio de Janeiro, because I hear it's pretty dicey there overall. How many people did I kill already? I can't tell you that. The cops might be listening. But also welcome, Sebo. Hope you're doing well. We're gonna I dare say we are gonna play some Disco Elysium today. I dare say it. Whether we'll make progress, I don't know. You only see Brazil and not Brazil.
I like to savor the murders.
Millie, how are you doing today? Millie, did you... If you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, Millie. But how did the job interview go? How did everything go? The statue. We actually, in Disco, we just finally got to start investigating the body, if I remember correctly, last stream. We finally got to the point where we could, like, look at the body. Yes. Self-defense, that is, like, essentially one of the big lessons is, like, self-defense is for self-defense. It's not for attacking people. But I remember, I'll allow that term, but I'll have to figure that out later. Yeah, every fight avoided is a fight won. Exactly. What was I saying? I remember watching a video when I was a kid. It was like a news report, and for some reason this has like stuck with me. And Sabo, it's not, no. It was basically it was one of those like hidden camera, but it was a news report, but it was like a hidden camera sort of like setup, or supposedly, who knows how truthful. But they basically took a bunch of like the female anchors from either that news station or like various news stations. I don't exactly remember, but they basically set it up where they like had somebody attack them or like attempt to attack them in a parking lot, and like as they were leaving work. And they had these like weird rules though, because I remember it was trying to teach like women things to do. Like, so if they shouted for help, nobody would come, but if they shouted fire, they had somebody off site who would like run in and help them. So it was supposed to be like testing these women to see like if they knew what to do if somebody tried to attack them or whatever, right? And it was kind of supposed to show that like most of these women did like the wrong things or whatever, and like the guy would like let them go eventually, or like they would stop it halfway through or whatever. Pernambuco Natal, Fernando de Noronha. Yeah, I was gonna say there's gotta be like way more like nicer places to visit. Yeah, go to sleep. But it's good to have you here, Mesmo. Hopefully see you again soon. Hopefully I didn't just wreck your sleep with all this like talk about fighting people.